And we are live. And not muted. And who's trying to join me? Hello. No, you can't have the chair. Oh, right. So, audio looks okay, camera looks balls. Let's go and fix that quickly. Apologies, folks. Funny thing happened on the way to the forum. It's good enough there. Let's sort out the white balance. That works for that. Sounds okay. That's a good start. That just leaves the MT-32 cam, which needs it. Every time you reboot the machine, you have to readjust it. One of these days, I'll work out a better way of fixing it. But not today. Turn that off, flip that over. And I think we're okay. Right. So, that was exciting. Thought I had plenty of time to get ready today. And suddenly crashed everything together, including the keyboard deciding to not work just before coming on stream. Resumed the machine, left it beautifully ready to go. Resumed the machine. Machine came back up, and the keyboard decided it wasn't going to work for me. It's like, thanks for that. That was absolutely perfect timing. So, yay technology. I suspect the power draw with the lights on from the USB street switch is just a little bit too much. So we'll go and play with that over the weekend and make sure it's just a little bit, it's not too heavy. So, I don't have the downloads folder open, so I don't have the spellbooks ready. Loom Book of Patterns. And Loom Manual. Perfect. So, we are running Loom, EGA, and Loom with an MT-32 unit, which is what you can see in the top left-hand corner, and we're running Loom VGA. So Loom EGA was the original version, came out in 1990. PC, Atari, Amiga, 16 colours on screen, audio either by PC speaker, AdLib, or via, in this case, external MIDI using MT-32. Which is how we've got it configured at the minute. So we're using ScummVM for the game emulation, but we're outputting the audio via a USB MIDI card, which gets pumped out to the MT-32. That gets put back out through to the sound card, which then gets all pulled in through OBS. So you get all of the audio through that way. Lovely, excellent. The second one that you can see is Loom's VGA version, which was released a couple of years later in 1992. They released an earlier version and a later version. The later version was a C Audio talkie version, and we can make him talk by, hopefully this will work.
It might help to point at something first.
And came with a slightly nasally audio track for our protagonist. Different soundtrack. It's been pre-recorded. It's CD audio versus MIDI. So you're hearing it exactly the way they intended to hear it, which has benefits, but definitely sounds different. The dialogue is different in places between the two different versions. The tone is often different in places. There's a lot more humour in the EGA version versus the VGA version we found. And there's different scenes between the two as well. We found in the first part that there were bits missing or restructured would maybe a better way of looking at it. where the EGA's opening scene involving explaining the whole setup with the swans and how you end up going out on your big adventure just wasn't there. It was like, here's swans, off they go in the VGA, and we're off. Oh, okay. EGA, much longer explanation. Here's the swans crashing. Here's the swans coming in, crashing through, changing all the individual. Completely different tone, scene, and setting. So, whilst they're essentially the same game at the core, all of the phrasing that goes around it makes it quite a different game. So, both games have a randomization mechanism for the spell casting as well. We had some help last week in making that, in realizing that, because we didn't realize it at first. We're keeping track of notes for the different spells that we encounter. I've got printouts now for the different spells that we go through, as well as. So we can start filling these in as we go for our book of patterns. So we can fill these in. Just give you. This is the book of patterns that's provided with the game. Let's see if we can get that captured. Where are we? Acrobat. There we go. So this is the book of patterns. This was provided. Zoom out a little bit. When you got it back in 1990 something, 1990, you were given a printed copy of this book. The idea being that as you came across the different drafts, the different spells in the game, you could write down, you could sketch into them the notes in pencil, because it changed from game to game, and keep track of which ones you'd discovered. They give you a little bit of an explanation for each one as well. There's a definite discovery element to this as you're trying to match the draft, the spell, to the characteristics that it gives you. They're not always the most obvious things, the most obvious explanations. So, for example, we came across twisting. And last week's example of twisting was a tornado. Great. We actually need to untwist the tornado. You play the draft backwards, and it untwists the tornado. So, little things like that. Okay. I think it's time that we jump in. So, let's lock that. And where we got to last week, we'd explored the first island, which you start on. We discovered a couple of a couple of first drafts. We'd got opening, we'd got darkness, spinning to gold, emptying and filling in reverse, and twist, which obviously gives us untwist as well. We'd got off the island, and we'd gone and explored, or given an initial exploration to the Emerald City, the Green City, and then parked ourselves nicely at this crossroads. There's some exploration to do on the left. We're going to go down to the left. The way that we do this, we've got our central window that gives us the EGA and the VGA at the same time. We can also switch between EGA and VGA specifically, so we can go and look at each individual version. But where we're just wandering around, we can keep both side by side. Oh.
Halt! Who goes?
Well, well, well. Looks like a scrawny runt trying to sneak into our flocks.
Well, that went badly.
Sneak! You call that sneaking?
Peril sensitive HUD at the ready. Yeah. Let's roll back. Okay. So walking left triggers an event straight out the gate. How are you this evening, Matt? And hello! How would you like me to address you, XXJ4 in stream? Now I know who you are. Let's take the VGA version first and walk left. XXJ4 is fine. That's fine.
Halt! Who goes?
Well, well, well. Looks like a scrawny runt trying to sneak into our flocks.
Sneak? You call that sneaking? I heard them coming all the way in from down.
Thought you were going to fleece some shepherds, did you? Maybe we ought to take the shears to you instead.
Listen, I mean, I'm not looking for sheep or trouble. I'm looking for a flock of swans.
Swans?
Swans! You know, birds.
Oh, swans! Of course.
We should have known. Everybody comes here when they want swans.
Next you'll be telling us you're some sort of wizard off to fly away with them birdies.
Right.
Wizard? Wizard? You wouldn't happen to be the great wizard that Fleece was telling us about, would you now?
Fleece?
He is sort of dressed like a wizard.
I don't know. He doesn't look very powerful to me.
Me neither. I say we don't let him by until we know for sure. Come on then, wizard. Let's see some magic. Or else.
Okay. Partner is recovering from COVID-19 and watching, but I have avoided it somehow. And hello there. Nice to meet you. And also, oh, that's a shame. And XXJ4 is fine. Completely understood. Right. I think that was DCCG as I was trying to read messages. So let's try GCCD.
It might help to point at something first.
There's nobody better at stealth than us
So that-
shepherds.
Aye, and you'll have to do better than that, to get past us.
us. So that was invisibility. Okay, cool. And it's reversed. That was opposite of invisibility, then GCCD invis on the VGA version. What do we got? Should we turn them green? Though you appear to be wearing wool. They do appear to be... I'll take you on. It's a bit of a... There's definitely a something there. CDCD. Go on, turn them green.
Well, that draft didn't seem to do much good.
I'm going to assume that emptying their bowels won't be great. GFFE?
Well, that draft didn't seem to do much good.
Openings doesn't look right. Twist? That could be entertaining. ECED? Untwist. I was thinking twist, untwist?
Well, that draft didn't seem to do much good. Well, that draft didn't seem to do much good.
CCFC?
Well, that draft didn't seem to do much good.
Okay. Reading. Where's my thingy on? I don't have it on that one. Whoops, back we go. The shepherds, right? We haven't got shaping. We haven't got confusion yet. We haven't got any of these interesting ones. Terror, folding, invisibility. They are being extraordinarily patient. I'm quite impressed. Reflection, waterproofing, desire. Nah.
Well, that draft didn't seem to do much good.
No, darkness is not our friend here. We tried spinning them into gold, I'm pretty sure. DDDE?
Well, that draft didn't seem to do much good.
Drawing to gold, done. Tongues, no. I mean, they're shepherds and they appear to be wearing wool, but apparently we don't want to... Dying is not the answer.
Well, that draft didn't seem to do much good.
It's undying. So dying, done. We've tried empty. What about fill?
Well, that draft didn't seem to do
Okay,
much
so that's the
good.
entirety of that page. We've tried twist and untwist. Poetry sounds like a fair idea.
Well, that draft didn't seem to do much good. Well, that draft didn't seem to
Okay.
do much good.
DECE?
Well, that draft didn't seem to do much good.
Numerous. Oh! Wait, what?
Come on, lads. He's had enough. Let him go.
Some kind of wizard, eh?
Don't trip on your robe, little wizard.
Get on, you lazy bunch of yous. Back to work.
You can just walk past. Okay. Huh. Right. Well, I know where I want to go. That don't impress me much. Okay, so if that was opposite invisibility and invisibility for this guy, then what does it look like for this guy? C, E, E, G. The sneak? You call that sneaking? I heard him coming 2 hills away. State your business with the Guild of Shepherds. I'm looking for a flock of swans. Swans? Right. Swans don't live in the woods, kid. Say, you don't suppose this is the wizard Fleece told us about, do you? He's dressed like a kind of wizard. Doesn't look very powerful to me. Come on, wizard, show us your stuff. Prove you're a wizard or you're not getting any further. Okay, so Sieg gets us opposite of invisibility in EGA land. And then Geese gets us invis in He's leaving? Not much of a wizard, eh? Better luck next time! GEEC. Okay, let's go back to the Emerald City. I honestly did not expect to be able to just walk past those two. Away from them. So back to the Emerald City. That disappeared quick. Why are you walking around the outside? Why? Get in. Get it, be getting it. What the? You and I are going to have a conversation about pathfinding. Get in. Don't make me break out the wooden horse. Okay, in we go. Through here. Cool. So this time I want to... I don't want to ring the bell yet. I just want to get in the zone. That sounded worse than I intended it to. Will he get there without casting the spell? Cool. Okay. So, invis is geese. That draft won't work on the crystal. I want it to work on you. Oh no! You again. Didn't I ask this kid to leave? This is the only way to... You're not supposed to be up here, okay? We'll all be in big trouble if anybody sees you, so forget what you saw here and scram. Those guys are going to be a problem. Okay. What if I geese them from up here? That felt right. I think it worked. Let's find out. Back in we go. But they're still there. Ah, now I'm invisible. Did you get a load of that Bishop Mandible, swishing round here like he owns the place? What do the clerics want with a sphere of scrying, anyway? Thought they didn't believe in the future. Your guess is as good as mine. Crucible thinks they're up to no good again. So why is he selling them one? You know Crucible. He'd sell his own mother's spectacles if there was cash up front. Spheres ain't what you call cheap. Still, Crucible's not taking any chances. He figures if the clerics are looking for trouble, we're going to be ready. That's why you and me's up here doing major overtime. Ouch, I see what you mean. One look at this little baby will make them clerics think twice about messing with us. It's a big-ass scythe. Okay. Can I get to the other bell? I mean, the scythe field's important. Ooh. There's the crystal. Shepherds. F, C, C, F. Ah! Looks like terror. Okay. Oh, back up we go. Ring that bell, like and subscribe. Whee! Okay. We'll switch over to the VGA, who I've sneakily moved around a bit to get closer to the right place. So let's go outside. Yeah! This plot element has been ripped straight from Spaceballs. So let's cast the invis first. So invis in VGA is GCCD.
I wonder, did it work? Only one way to find out.
Let's go find out. In we go. Let's go play with a Lucy Crystal. Let's go over here, this conversation.
Our esteemed Bishop Mandible cuts quite a figure, doesn't he?
I don't doubt the Crucible's getting tired of bowing and scraping to him. Why would the clerics want a scrying sphere anyway? I thought they didn't believe in the future.
Yeah, your guess is as lucid as mine, Flute. But Crucible appears to think that they're up to no good again.
Then why would he do business with them at all? Let alone sell them a sphere.
Well, you know, Crucible, he'd sell his own mother's spectacles if he thought there was a profit in it. And the clerics are paying off in cash.
Which should keep us in the clear for years to come. Still, I'm certainly pleased that Crucible's not taking any chances. This scythe might become very useful if our friend the Bishop has been less than transparent with us.
Ouch!
Yes. Very useful indeed.
It's a bloody big scythe. Okay. Over we go. Wonder if there's anything we can do with the scythe. Nothing immediately comes to mind yet. Okay, let's go get this one. E, F, F, E. I'm gonna just grab that again. I looked away for slightly too long. Whoa! What the hell? C, F, G, C. Oh, there's more to view in these. E, F, F, yep. E. What was the second one? Second one looked like a cave. Cave on fire? That's not good. Right, back to the crystal. Ring that bell. Okay, and let's start walking this guy out. He can take his time. Back in EGA land, we're already here. And in come the shepherds again. He's back! So are we. Okay, so this time we can impress them with our terror. And it's a symmetrical pattern, so it's not like we can reverse this pattern. So, EGA was FCCF. Suppose I ought to point at something. Oh, no, stay. Point at them. Point at them. They don't look very friendly. Right, you turn into a bat. Well, a dragon. What fun. So, did you transfigure or did you... This draft reweaves the Spellweaver's appearance into a form drawn from the deepest anxieties of the being the shreds are spun upon. In effect, it turns you into the thing the recipient fears most. Terror works only on sentient beings, but its potency more than makes up for this limitation. It is approved for limited therapeutic use by the Guild of Psychotherapists. There we go. Now we're going to get the same shape over here.
He's back!
So are we.
Well, we've got something for you this time, haven't we? So. There we go.
It's the dragon!
I mean, it's not really a dragon, is it? It's a bit small.
Well, that worked. Funny, I don't feel very scary.
That's what you think. I mean, it's quite small. Let's pop across. Oh. Hello. Sheeples. Yeah, let's take a new save and let's call it Dragon. And let's take my EGA one across. This one comes with noise. Well, that's nice. Looks like wool to me. Let's go talk to the shepherd first before we turn the sheep green. Must have had a long night. CD. Cheap! Don't think we're going to empty them. Opening feels wrong. Twist feels very wrong. There's nowhere else to go here? Oh, there is. We can go backwards. Oh! Oh, into a massive field. Huh. And to a hut. To a village. There's a village. Okay. Oh. Well. And there's a shepherd. Hello there. Who said that? Oh, come on. I did. Oh. Who are you? I am she who sent for you. Huh? I am named Fleece, first chosen of the Guild of Shepherds. And you are obviously the mighty wizard I hired from the Guild of Mages. There must be some mistake. I'm a weaver. Your modesty is very charming, but there's no mistake. My border guards were extremely impressed with your display of magic power. Oh. They don't tell me you're also young and quite well-mannered. Were our plight night so serious, it might amuse me to know you better. Plight? One of our clients placed an order for 10,000 fattened sheep. That's enough to feed an army. I fear that may be exactly what the clerics have in mind. We do not concern ourselves with how our customers use our products. They probably won't get their sheep anyway. Why not? Our local dragon seems to have acquired a taste for fresh mutton. Oh. Our sheep are bred from extra whiteness. Extra whiteness! Only a mage can save us from this winged penance. Thank you for answering my summons so quickly. Well, we sort of know how this is going to go. Where's my colouring? Where's my colouring book? CD. It's green sheep time. Oh, the lamb doesn't look too well. Maybe I shouldn't bother her. That's racist. I don't think she's going to make it. It's a sick lamb. Her mother was carried off by the dragon the day after she gave birth. Okay? My songs of healing don't seem to be doing good enough. Songs? At least I thought we were. Okay, my grandsire taught me the magic notes. Ooh, I have a healing one. We got them from some other guild, and it's A, C, C, A. Healing. EGA. Okay. Well, we'll come back to you, little lamb. The flock has been led to the pasture, wizard. Good luck with the dragon. I've got this. Where's my colour? CD, CD. And I get taken off. Well, well, silly me. This is what I get for being in a hurry. Thought you felt a little scrawny. Fantastic. Oh, well, how much would you like to piss off a dragon? That escalated quickly. Dragon. We're gonna need a mirror. Oh, God, I can't remember the objects now. A frying pan. Oh. Do we need the rope, or do we just need the rope to get the other items? Discworld 1 has this one nailed. That's a horde. That's a dragon. Okay. So we've got the spinning gold pattern. So I reckon we just do this one backwards and really upset them. Screwdriver on the wall. My, aren't we clever today? Just put it back before you leave. Level up. So now we've got... Oh dear. Let's try twisting the straw. Nah, that wasn't dramatic enough. What does leaving look like? I can't... Oh, Smurf. I can't leave. I don't think. I mean, that looks like an exit down there. I could try casting terror on the sentient being. That does not feel like a good idea. Dear Universe, show me an outcome that does not FCCF. Ah, Eek! Fire! Yeah. And the dragon's off. That makes sense. So it doesn't turn you into the visage, it turns you into it. Ooh, darkness. We have the opposite of darkness. We have light. This is going to be interesting because... Great, I can't see a thing. Okay. Ah! My stuff lit up. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Are we at that point of a LucasArts game? Can I just jump in now? Okay, keep calm. It's only a maze. Where are you? You... what the frick? The... Oh. My drink is empty and I must scream. Oh! Oh! Okay, right. These are the steps we started from. Okay. That led to an exploration of downstairs, which was interesting, and I never want to go down again. This leads to... ah, it's out to this right. Okay, good. Loom! Ask me about Loom. Okay, as we walk across... Hello, two-headed squirrel. Wait, where are we now? If I come across a chest from the Ark of the Covenant, we're doing okay. Behold the EGA version, behold the VGA version, behold the EGA version and the VGA version. We need to do a little bit of catching up with the VGA version because we've raced ahead with one of them so far. It's back here! Why? It's all the way back here! But since we're in the cave, I feel like we should follow through the cave. So let's follow through the cave. But we are doing okay. Unfortunately, we hit our first maze, and I don't have a refreshed drink for doing mazes. And... cross the bridge. Cross the bridge. Go up here. Go on. Go on. Tell me that that's the exit. I hate... Can't get there from here. Fine. Oh. What? Not like Zach McCracken or anything. No. Still enough to drive you mad. This appears to be a top section. Why is there a dead end right there? Aha! Because you can go down the side. Yeah. I'm not too worried about cults, to be fair. We had fair. It was the Nazis in the Indiana Jones one, wasn't it? Oh my god! Like, I have punched all of you into oblivion several times. Get the hint and leave me alone whilst I go hunting for this last piece of the thing. Oh, that went badly. Okay, right, fine. Guess I won't be going back that way. Ooh, water. F-A-A-F. Okay. From a pool of water. Let's try and work out what that was. Yes, so I've purchased a copy from GOG. They give you nicely the Book of Patterns, which is a nice thing to have. First time I played this, I did not have this years ago. It definitely helps to provide a little bit of context. By far, waterproofing? No. Reflection? More like reflection. It's a pool. Reflection looks quite tempting. That draft won't work on the pool. The draft came from the pool. We are definitely not Aphrodisia. Oh, emptying may help here. But I don't see what that was. Okay, we'll keep that handy for now. Look at the dialogue you got when looking at the pool. It is reflection. Yep, thanks. Oh. Is that my reflection? Ah! Sometimes there's slightly too many things to watch. Cool, but thank you. That's a help there. Okay, so that's good. So that was reflection. Excellent. Right. Where's emptying gone? GFFE. Because ecological damage feels like a good idea. Oh, it's an egg. It's a sphere. It's a volcano. Oh, shit. Sorry. I'll cycle that one around. Okay, if it's the same as the last one, it was free. So, Volcano, Swan again, and then whatever the Bishop guy is. Okay. Can I walk out from here? Not that way. Ah, path. Okay. Dry hole. Dry as a bone. Yeah, that's the idea. EFFG. Is that going to fill the whole thing? That does not help us get out. Oh, that does. Ah! Ah! Okay, I'm blue dabba D. Whoops. Okay, let's pause that one there. Because one of these is running away with the other. Let's switch back over to VGA land. I'd like some... green DC... No, CD, CD. No, VGA, VGA, CD, CD. We'll get to this part in a second, once we've caught the other side up. Green sheep! And these sheep are a slightly different green. He's still asleep.
Poor fella. He must have had a long night.
I haven't got any way of waking him yet. Okay. Let's head over. We've got a nice conversation coming up again. Talkie version. Yeah, this is the VGA talkie version. The sheep aren't out over here yet. Yeah, we've got... So, on the top is the EGA pumping out via the Roland MT-32 for the audio. On the bottom is the VGA with the CD talkies. So we've got them both running side by side. And then we can focus between individual versions. If we're just walking the character around trying to explore, then we tend to run them side by side. When we've got plot really running, then we tend to keep focused down on one version. Hello?
Hello there.
Who
Hello
said
there.
that?
Where's her accent?
I did. My
I
name
did.
is Fleece, first chosen of the Guild of Shepherds. I wish we had time to chat a while and trade some tales, but we have got a serious problem on our hands.
What sort of trouble are you having?
It seems we've a dragon nearby who has an enormous appetite for fresh mutton. We breed our sheep for extra whiteness, so we cannot keep them on the meadows. She can spot them miles away. By now, the dragon has carried off so many that we may not be able to fill the cleric's order.
Clerics? I just saw the bishop at the glassmakers.
Oh,
Bishop Mandible? He placed the order for
again,
10,000
different dialogue.
10,000 sheep? That's enough to feed an army.
Yes, that had occurred to us too. You noticed our increased patrol in the forest. We'll deliver the sheep to the clerics if we can, but we won't trust them.
I suppose fighting the dragon will be out of the question.
Only a mage can save us.
Okay, so let's...
I see you've noticed my little friend.
She doesn't look at all well.
She isn't, and my songs of healing don't seem to be bringing her much comfort.
A, C, C. Same between the two versions.
I wish I were better with him.
Well, in a few minutes, we can get it on with the...
The flock is out to pasture. You'll find them there. Go forth, wizard, and may you return safely to our fold.
Okay, out we go. Behold, sheeples! Or sheepies, sorry. So we know how this works. Time to do some dyeing. Ah, thank you for the follow. Most appreciated. I noticed that my finger across the top is half broken, so that's good. But I appreciate the follow.
Well, what have we here? Oh, that's what comes of being in such a blazing hurry, I guess. I thought you looked a bit scrawny. Oh, why, you'd hardly make a decent kindling.
That is a completely unexpected yet completely welcome voice for the dragon. Oh, that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful.
Have you no manners, lad? Stop staring at me.
Oh, was I staring? So sorry.
Oh, don't mind me, love. I get rather crotchety on an empty stomach.
Does that mean you're going to incinerate me then?
Incinerate you? Oh my, aren't you the foxy one? I haven't created any fire since my last mating season, and you don't want to know how many centuries ago that was. No, that's much too much heat for me these days.
You mean you can't breathe fire?
Can't? Let's just say I won't. Just between you and me, love, the stuff gives me the heebie-jeebies.
There's your fear. Amazing. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall for that one. Considering, like as you pointed out, the Skyrish accent from before. I have no idea who's on the voice work for that, but that's beautiful. That's freaking beautiful.
That's quite a bit of gold you have there.
That? Oh, that's nothing compared to what it used to be. Piled floor to ceiling it was. Everyone said it was the most beautiful lair anywhere, and right they were
Aww.
too. Then one day, last spring it was, comes along this third-rate wizard who botched up everything. He tried to get the volcano to blow, but only shook up the place in a huge earthquake instead. Broke all my fancy glass, mind you, and made off with most of the gold, too. The only thing he left me was a gorgeous glass ball.
Ah.
It's gold again. It's gold again. What useless stuff.
Okay, time to flip it. Time to be a third-rate wizard.
Put it back the way you found it, now.
Time for the upgrade. And time to play the terror card. Sorry, I really like you, but I'm going to have to do this anyway and scare you off.
Eek! Fire! You haven't heard the last of me, you cheeky brat!
Well, we've got that. Okay, let's light up the darkness.
Maybe I should stand a bit closer.
She'll be back.
Wonderful. I can't see a thing.
Ha! I'm both. Betsy is the name of a piece of 2x4 I keep handy with a bunch of nails in it. It is a clue bat. I use it as an educational tool. Samantha, it keeps the score. I couldn't get my actual usual handle when I registered for Twitch. Went through about 5 iterations of names, eventually settled on this, which I've used for occasional things in the past. And then it stuck, so I left it as it was. Where's this going? Is this different to the other one? Oh, gosh. No, don't do this to me. Oh, wait, what? Oh. So yeah, causes a hell of a lot of confusion for people, the name. Okay, let's head downstairs. Did I? How? Cross the bridge. Should we play a game with let's trigger everybody's assistance? Alexa, order toilet paper. Hey Google, buy cryptocurrency.
Sorry, I don't understand.
The correct response. Okay, Downey Falls.
Guess I won't be going back that way.
And neither will your finances. Ah! See, now that doesn't look... With the EGA version, it was really obvious. The crypto one triggered my partner. If you have been affected by any of the issues raised in today's episode... So the EGA one looked clearly like a pool. The VGA one took the word pool in the bottom right-hand corner for me to realise it was a pool. It wasn't quite as clear. Emptying GFFE.
It might help to point at something first.
Oh, reflection, please. Yes. Ah. Anybody
My
get that?
own reflection.
I'm going to have to get it again. A. D. D. Hey.
My own reflection.
Something nice about reflection being a palindrome. Now for emptying, which was GFFE. Excuse me. Oh, thank you. Are you up and about? I do like the fact that the two versions use the same EGA graphic for the focus detail. Reflection is not a... Oh. I got brownie. Ah, you got brownie. I've got an empty glass. There's the volcano. There's the swan.
Bishop Mandible. What in the world is he up to?
Did I bring enough for everyone? My drinks cupboard definitely did. My drinks cupboard ended up slightly better stocked than I intended it to be over Christmas. I think my drinks cupboard roughly ended up on a... Kian likes gin. Oh, okay. Everybody buys Kian a bottle of gin. Oh, okay. We've probably got gin for until at least the middle of the year. Right. Let's save it here. I'm blue. I'm slightly less blue in this version. It's worth putting them both side by side for a second because they look quite different. Oh, this is our EGA version up top. This is our VGA version down below. Just enough gin to get you through the rest of the pandemic. Maybe. Or to start a gin racket. I made bathtub gin last Christmas-ish. And I learnt lessons. I definitely learnt lessons off the back of that. About how to not do it. Okay. Let's bring him up to this space. Is that... Behold, a gap. Not the gap, just a gap. Over the new year, I had the same issue with stockpiling cheese. I do still have cheese. So he likes having a thing to cast a spell on. He can cast a spell onto the spire. Right. Haha. Okay. Where's my twist? CFCC. No, you don't have to walk there.
Maybe I should stand a bit closer.
Oh, okay. Wensleydale with chocolate and coffee is a thing now. I'm not sure it is a thing. Okay. Got that wrong. That's twist.
Well, that only twisted it tighter.
Yeah, I know. Okay, CCFC. Bingo! Let's take our EGI folk and do the same again. Come on, you. You can go for a walk. DCFC. Oh, hang on. Which was the wrong one for that version, EDDF. There we go. And we can go for a walk down. Off he goes. Oh, Dragogun. Oh. Is it just me, or does... I have a sleeping person on EGA, but I don't... Oh, they're over the... Ah! They're in two different places. They're on the left on the EGA, they're on the right on the VGA. Okay. Well, we led with the EGA last time, we'll lead with the VGA now. Is there anything else we can interact with over here? A grave.
These grave markers are forged from solid bronze.
Bronze. Okay.
He's fast asleep.
Bronze and an asleep boy. Huh.
Hello there. What's that? Your music woke me up.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, not to worry. I'm Rusty Nailbender.
I'm Bobbin Threadbare, of the Weavers.
Weavers, eh? Our folk are blacksmiths. I'm supposed to be getting firewood for the master, but this plateau's been picked cleaner than a new blade. Come over here. That's us down there. The forge. That's what we call it. I've heard
That's
you Weavers don't
amazing.
get out much. What's your business here?
I've been looking for a flock of swans.
Swans? No. No swans around here. Oh, say, all this talk has made me sleepy. A real pleasure, though. Oh, let me know if you find your swans.
Swans.
Oh.
Well, that was a experience. Oh god, it's making me yawn. Sympathetic yawning. Okay. Ah, it does lead down.
Oh, who are you?
Just me, a friendly stranger.
This is a private guild, my strange young friend. The gate only opens for members.
I mean, the gate only opens for members, but what if I... Ah, where's opening? ECED. We've not used this one for ages.
It's locked.
And we're in. And we're out. Invisibility? Sieg. Oh.
I guess that isn't a draft.
DCCG.
Well, that didn't work.
Gold of Blacksmiths. Gold Guild Blacksmiths. Opening isn't enough. Let's go talk to Boy. Interesting that Boy had a very deep voice.
He's fast asleep.
I've got to wake him again.
That didn't help at all.
Okay. Ah.
I guess that isn't a draft.
I have not marked that one as EGA and VGA. Let's try that again. There we go. Reflection. Now let's try an opening. ECED.
Hello, young nailbender. About time you were coming home. Stoke's been looking for you, and he ain't real happy. You better get in there right now.
Well, in we go. Okay, that's going to start grating, so let's save Mind-Forged Manacles right now. No one is going to question while Nailbinder has a very large staff. Do not question these things. Look, a maze. I'm wondering if I can get VGA off the banking before I switch back over to EGA. Oh, that's better. Oh, we're on to a cut.
Well, it's about time, you lazy idiot. I sent you out 4 hours ago for firewood, and you bring me back one scrawny stick. If your father weren't the foreman, I'd toss you in the furnace. You're just like the use downstairs with the bishop right now. If that fire goes out and the cleric's swords don't get done...
I'm sorry, I had a bit of trouble.
Perhaps you'd like to offer your confessions to the bishop in person.
Yeah,
I'll be
go
happy
on.
to arrange it. Now give me that stick. I'm done dealing with the likes of you, Nailbender. I'll be back, and you'd better hope the furnace doesn't go out.
What a mess. I can't do anything without my distaff.
Well. Okay. I mean, we're not going to question why Nailbender has a large staff now, because Nailbender doesn't have a large staff. Look what you've gone and done.
That straw looks awfully comfortable, though. Oh, it must have a sleep draft woven into it.
Imagine frightening a poor defenceless old thing like me. Core. Well, I may not be much good with fire, love, but I still enjoy the taste of tender, firm young meat.
One blasted stick of wood left, curse that lad! 10,000 swords to forge, and the furnace is about as cold as my chances for promotion. I don't believe this. Real nice of that Weaver kid. Just wait until his turn comes. I'll be waiting for him on the outside.
Oh dear, that means trouble. If Elder Atropos saw his staff treated so, he'd have something to say about it. You could be sure of that. Careful now, old bird. Let's not singe the feathers.
Well, I feel like that could have gone better. And the kid's dead. Whoopsie. I'd say he had it coming to him. I mean, that's what laziness gets you, right? Don't let us find a safe house, lay low for a while. I mean, the dragon's not going to be looking for me anyway. I have to kill him again in the other version. Speaking of which, let's go have our first interaction with the sleeping boy. Strange place to take a nap. Let's wake him up. Up he comes. Who's playing music? You woke me up. Never saw anyone dressed like you before. What's your name? Bobbin Threadbare of the Weavers. You get a better sense that he's a bit younger in this one. My real name is Wellwrought, but everyone calls me Rusty. Rusty Nailbender. Gathering the firewood, but this plateau is being picked clean. What's your guild, Rusty? Follow me, I'll show you. It's not going to matter much in about, what, 3 to 4 minutes? I can predict your future pretty clearly. That's us, the Guild of Blacksmiths. Never would have guessed. Our city's been here since before the Shadows. We call it The Forge, original name. What brings a weaver to these parts? I'm looking for a flock of swans. Did you see any pass this way? No swans around here. Plenty of vultures, though. And a dragon. Yawn. All this talk makes me sleepy. Wake me if you find your swans. Never seen any before. Zzz. Okay. Time to steal his identity and get him killed. Now he'll never see the swans. I mean, he gets to see sort of one when he's dead. Oh, this is a good set of colours, though. I mean, solid black and red game. Hail, young Nailbender! Hail! Stoke is looking for you. He sure looks mad. You better get in there quickly. Let me open the gate for you. Oh, this is better. Yeah. Better than just the hammer going. Forge looks excellent. This version of the Forge... This is one of those moments where EGA outplays VGA. Less is more today. This kicked in last time. There we go. Well, well, well. Is it my faithful, tireless apprentice, Rusty? Hello, Mr. Stoke. And look, he's brought me a stick of wood. One crooked old stick of firewood for my poor starving furnace. Firewood? You lazy idiot! I sent you out 4 hours ago to gather firewood and you dare come back with one lousy stick? If your father wasn't a foreman, I'd toss you in the furnace. Lucky for you, he's downstairs with the bishop right now. If the furnace goes out, the cleric's swords will be late. Perhaps you'd care to ask the bishop for forgiveness in person. Give me that stick. I know what to do with you. I'll be back, Nailbender. And I won't be alone. Oh, that's a slightly different tone. I'm slightly concerned by what that's going to mean. Locked, and me without a distaff. Look. If you're nothing without the staff, you don't deserve the staff. Forge is built on a lava reef. Why do they need a furnace? They're clearly not using their natural elements properly. Looks kinda comfortable. Yawn. Must have a sleep draft spun into it. Can't do much without my distaff anyway. It's time to go Crunchy McChicken... Dragon! Dragon! We know how this goes down. Zzz. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Imagine frightening a poor defenseless old thing like me, honestly. Well, I might not be good with much fire, sweetie, but young firm meat is something I can really sink my teeth into. That's different! Wow! My robe's not reflecting anymore. Something must have happened to Rusty. Hope he's okay. I mean, that's a bit different. Look at this. One stick of wood left. One! Furnace won't keep much longer. In it goes. 10,000 swords to forge and the furnace almost cold. Sigh. Here goes my new office furniture. Oh, there's Rusty. That Weaver kid did this to me. Now I have to wait outside. If I ever get my hands on him... Back to the pattern. That was easy. Pity that someone has to die for me to return. Ah! That's different. That gives a justification. Dragon sigh, poor child. Now where can Bobbin have gone? That at least gives a justification for his death, for them to come true. Couldn't be there. Those Smiths are a suspicious lot. They'd never let a Weaver inside. Uh-oh. You get the smoke signal on that. Wow. Perhaps I ought to look into this. So much more! This scene's so much better. And longer. The things I go through... It does make so much more sense. What would Elder Atropos say if his staff was treated so? Got it. Mustn't singe the feathers. And that's how you get your staff back. And it feels at least sensible, rather than, well, kids randomly died, so bit tough. Now I'm back in business. At least he's dead, which lets your compatriot, I've forgotten the bloody name of the person through now, but lets them back through. So it feels like there's some justification for them dying. The other side feels like, oh, well, kid's dead. Swan's here. Oh, Cygnet's here. Oh, okay. That's a hell of a lot more sense. But we found that with the intro of the game. The EGA version's a hell of a lot more sense. Right. Heschel. That's it. Thank you. Let's grab a quick save on both of those. And I think we can lead with the EGA for a little bit. I'll forget that name in probably 5 minutes, unfortunately, knowing me. So now we've got an excuse to use our opening. So ECED. Out we go. Oh, no, wait. Before we do, that's straw. We can turn that into gold. Yeah, you might have had enough sleep. I love gold! And we're out. We can't interact with that. We can interact with that. It's a wood bin. It's empty. Wonder if we can fill it. EFFG. And we can. That would be a triangle. I think. Hard to be nosy with all this noise. The final blade is being sharpened, even as we speak, Your Excellency. My most skillful blade sharpener is seeing to it personally. Then this is a historic moment, Foreman Nail Binder. The forging of this 10,000th sword marks the end of... How goes the sharpening, Edgewise? The metal is proud, Foreman. It does not yield easily. More sweat will soften it, I trust. It shall be a blade to be reckoned with. The Blade of Reckoning. I like it. It has a certain apocalyptic flair. I assume your blade sharper won't keep me waiting much longer. I mean, is it one guy doing 10,000 blades by hand? I shall pound it into submission. Harder pounding may shorten your labour. Right. Maybe I ought to stand a bit closer. F, D, D, E. We're trying a twist. Can't spin any drafts in here. Too much noise. Let's wait till he holds it up. Might be waiting a while. That's going to be one nasty sword when he's done banging on it. Okay. So it's pounding into headaches if we're not careful. Let's pop out and pop back in. Oh. Still pounding edgewise. There we go. FDDE, twist. Foreman, what evil is this? A witch's curse has befallen the blade. The edge has been mischievously twisted. A curse edgewise? I think not. I'd hate to believe that a witch's curse could so thoroughly ruin my schedule. You don't suppose that fellow who's been spying on us has anything to do with it? Perhaps he'd care to accompany me back to the cathedral. Oh. I may have new curses to teach him. Oh. Busted. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Bishop Mandible. Am I supposed to kneel or something? Silence, prisoner. That went quickly. My assistant, Cobb. Cobb! Your cloak and staff betray your origin. I studied the law of your guild at uni. It's been quite a long time since any weaver dared to set foot off the dreary rock you call home. Loom, so provincial. I can't help but wonder what impelled you to leave it now. It's Cobb! His Excellency asked a question. I know, I'm ignoring it. Recalcitrant, I see. Shall I fetch the instruments of persuasion, Excellence? Forgive the hostility of my assistant. I fear Cobb is not very worldly. He does not realise how dangerous a weaver can be. Dangerous? Him? Do you think this iron cage of yours is enough to hold the boy captive? Why, he could burst it wide open. But Excellence, I inspect the locks every Tuesday. Observe and learn, my servant. Even now, your prisoner plans his escape. You left him with his staff! Why didn't you take his staff? Hey, you. We'll need ice. Thank you. I'm getting a drinks refresh. It's a bit predictable for me to just open the door, isn't it? But I can't focus on anybody else. Okay, right, fine. ECED. You see, Cobb? An elusive breed, these weavers. And he took the staff. They're quite helpless without the stick. Give me that. You dare raise your voice at His Excellency? Now, Cobb, we mustn't be rude to our guest. Not after he was kind enough to bring us such a magnificent gift. That distaff will never work for you. You are wrong, my arrogant young friend. Let me show you why. You heard the Exalted One. Move it. Consider the common graveyard. In a graveyard, the boundary between the living and the dead is indistinct. Your weavers would say the pattern here is fragile, for in his gauze. Not just here, every graveyard is like that. I suspected as much. Cool. Imagine what will happen if this delicate blah 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 torn open. Forget it, Mandible. You can't just rip the pattern apart like an old rag. But I can. All I require is a weaver's distaff and the 4 shreds of an opening draft. When the boundary is breached, the dead will stream back into the plane of the living, eager to reclaim their place among us, and I'll be waiting for them, ready to offer them my vast experience. That grin is quite a thing. Immortal, invincible, an army of the dead, an army nourished by the meat of the shepherds, armed with the swords of the blacksmith, and guided by the sphere of the glassmakers. I was preparing to invoke the dead by other more forceful means. Then the glassmakers delivered my sphere. It foretold your arrival. Now it shows me the smiths preparing the sword you tried to ruin. Age of the clerics will soon be upon us. Okay, don't live out your sight, and don't let him touch anything. Lord Mandible, ruler of the universe! Time to change my stationery. Not so dangerous now, are you? Heh heh heh. This save gets its name of... It's called Ask Me About Loom. Does he have a good HR department? VGA? Okay. Right, gold first. Let's do the gold.
It might help to point
Yeah,
at something
yeah.
first. No time for...
The downfall of every megalomaniac. The real downfall of every megalomaniac is tax paperwork, to be quite honest. It's tax and accounting. Okay, opening. ECED. Let's fill the box. You may not use a that's what she said at that point. EFFG. If only they had competent hench people. Ooh,
I guess that isn't a draft.
Hang on. That was empty. GFFE, EFFG. There we go. If only had competent hedge people. I will tell you now that interviewing and recruitment is hard. Like capital H hard. Getting CVs is part A of being hard. Filtering those CVs and doing something useful with them is bloody hard. Come on. Pretty sure we got to listen to you last time.
The final blade is even now in the hands of our most skilled blade shaper, Your Excellency. How's it coming there, Edgewise?
I'm just putting the edge on the last sword, sir.
Good to hear it. No slacking off now. Let's get it finished.
You share with me a historic moment, Foreman. The forging of the 10,000th sword marks the end of our preparations. How much longer must I wait?
The steel will ring out its final defeat, sir. Not much longer now.
Very good then. Carry on.
It's about... That didn't help at all.
That's because I want twist, not untwist. Bugger. Let's try that again.
Edgewise, is that blade not ready yet? His Excellency is still waiting.
I was wondering that.
The metal is proud, sir. It does not yield easily to my blows.
More sweat will soften it, I trust.
It will be a blade to be reckoned with.
The Blade of Reckoning. It does have a certain apocalyptic ring to it. I trust I will not be kept waiting much longer.
Good metal rewards patience, exalted one.
And our client rewards quick service. Now pound!
Pretty sure I've said that to students before. The FCC.
It's about time.
There we go.
What? What evil is this? A witch's curse has twisted the final blade.
No, you just hit him slightly too hard over the head. We're going to be here with a wrench trying to straighten that blade for forever.
Witch's curse to ruin my plans. You there! Could it be that this little prank is of your doing? Yes? Well then,
No, it's a different
I
tone.
would be honored to have you
Again.
as my guest at the cathedral. I know some other curses that may amuse you.
Hold your hand up if you've bought a pristine blade, hit the other person with it, and first hit bent it straight away. Hands up!
I'm getting really tired of this.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Bishop Mandible, trans-ultimate apostle of the
Tomarding Blade from Esplend, yep.
Conclave of clerics.
I know. Am I expected to kneel?
Silence, you impudent punk!
This is my assistant, Cobb.
Charmed, I'm sure.
And you require no introduction. Your cloak and staff betray your origins. But I must say I'm surprised to find you here. It's been quite
Is that a
long
dragon? It
time
is. There's a
since
dragon
any
in the
beaver
in the
bothered to
cage.
leave that dreary
Is that
little
our
rock
dragon?
you call home. Loom. So provincial. I can't help but wonder what impelled you to leave it now.
His Excellency asked you a question.
I know. I'm ignoring it.
Ah, recalcitrance. I see.
Shall I fetch the instruments of persuasion, Master?
Please forgive my assistant his eagerness. I fear Cobb is not very worldly. He does not understand the dangerous power of a weaver.
Dangerous? Your Reverence, him?
Quite dangerous indeed, my dear Cobb. In fact, he could burst this flimsy iron cage open with hardly a second thought.
That's impossible, most exalted one. I inspect the locks personally every fortnight.
Observe and learn then, for even now your prisoner plans his escape.
Prisoner plans his escape. Let's play to the script, folks.
It's locked.
ECED. Well, we don't need an internal network. We have an internal network. We need is a working Wi-Fi
An
network.
elusive breed, these weavers.
That's what we don't have.
Fortunately, however, they're quite helpless without their weaving sticks.
That distaff will never work for you.
Oh no, my young friend, you're quite wrong about that. Come,
Let me show you why.
Consider the common graveyard. There, the boundary between
I love the way he
the
puts it as
living
a
and the
common
dead
graveyard.
is
The common
indistinct.
graveyard.
Every graveyard's like that, so...
Now, imagine
They're very
what
dismissive
might
of the
happen
graveyard.
If this delicate boundary were to be somehow breached, torn open, so to speak.
It's not that simple. You can't just rip the pattern apart like an old rag.
But it is that simple, my boy, and I can. I have only to lift this rod, and the legions of the dead will stream forth onto the plane of the living. A vast army of the dead, nourished by the shepherd's flocks, armed by the artisanship of the blacksmiths, guided by the glassmaker's spear. All under the spiritual leadership of one supreme commander.
I mean, I'm going to give Mandible some credit. He's managed to
The final
effectively
hour is now
program
at hand.
manage,
The age of the
or project
clerics
manage,
is upon
different
us.
departments coming together
I have preparations to
with
attend to,
third-party
Cobb.
contractors from
Don't
the
let this
forge,
boy out of your sight. He is to touch
the glassmakers,
nothing.
the
You understand me?
shepherds.
Perfectly, Your Excellence.
Lord Lord Mandible, ruler.
He's done
of the
really well at
universe.
managing to pull
do
together his different resources. I'm
it.
genuinely impressed there.
I'll have to change my stationery.
You're not so
I'd hire
dangerous
this guy.
now, then, huh?
Ask me about Loom. Okay. So, there's a sphere here.
Keep away from that. His Eminence said not to touch anything.
I wasn't going to touch it. Just looking, Cobb, that's all.
Just looking, eh? Well then, perhaps we can do a bit of a trade. How about I let you look in the sphere
If what?
Well, the legends say that to gaze upon an uncloaked weaver brings death. Naturally, we clerics aren't given to such silly superstitions, but I'm curious. Let's answer this one once and for all, shall we?
Oh, you idiot.
May we have some quiet, please? I can't even begin to invoke the dead with all that screaming.
Well, he can't say he wasn't warned.
I'm guessing he'd planned to use the giant scythe to rip the fabric of space-time. Yep. Can we take a moment to talk about the death of Cobb? Cobb's dead. And the fact that the inside of a Weaver's hood appears to be some kind of small space-time vortex of its very own. That was a moment of revelations. I would also like paid paternal leave. That'd be nice. Paid parental leave. Yeah. Paternal, parental. Yeah. Cobb's dead. Let's have a look at the sphere. Hello, Swan. Well, we know what you're doing. CFGC. Is that all you've got for me? Okay, and a turkey. You usually come in threes. What's your third one today? He will have to make the awkward phone call to fuck off Cobb's family. But if you're going to be the big boss, that's the job you have to do.
She looks hungry. I think I'll stay out of her way.
Beast, not dragon, beast.
She looks hungry. I think I'll stay out of her way.
Hello, Mandible.
I see Cobb has been lax in his duty. No matter. You're just in time to witness the dawn of a new era.
You don't have the slightest idea of what you're doing. The pattern is already worn and frayed. If you rip a hole in it now, the consequences will be beyond anything you can imagine.
Spare me your Weaver mysticism, boy. The time has come when the dead shall no longer envy the living.
I mean, there's one dead person who's definitely envying the living.
You've torn the pattern completely open.
And with it, the eyes of the dead.
Yep.
Behold!
I have a very bad feeling about this.
Who dares disturb the peace of those who sleep?
He does.
He
does.
Welcome and greet you, noble spirit. I am Bishop Mandible,
Crunch.
Transultimate Apostle of the Anti-Secular Conclave of Clerics. And whom have I the honor of summoning?
I don't think I want to be part of this conversation.
No one obeyed any summoning of yours, foolish mortal. I have summoned you. I am Chaos. You have merely opened the door, and I have passed through it. For this, you shall be rewarded. Join me now, as my slave.
Oh!
I see it has been much too long since my last visit.
Let's get our distaff.
Can't seem to hold on to this thing. It might help to point at something first.
I can't point at the giant opening to close it.
It might help to point at something first.
We're good at gruesome scenes. The beast has gone. The beast has gone. Why does that feel pretentious? This side? No. Oh! Hello!
Stop!
Okay. Well. Oh, whoa, 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 multiple bits. And it keeps going? Oh boy. What's this at the end? Yeah, hall pass. Okay. Back to the EGA. Time to kill Cobb. Keep away from that, you. His Excellence said not to touch anything. I wasn't going to touch it, just looking. That's all. Just looking. Tell you what. I'll let you look into the sphere if you let me look at something. What did you have in mind? Legends say it's death to gaze upon a weaver uncloaked. Naturally, we clerics play little heed to such foolish rumours. Still, I'm curious. I'll let you look into the sphere if you let me lift your hood. Deal? I wouldn't try that if I were you. Why not? There's nothing to fear under that fine robe of yours, is there? If you fear nothing, then you'd better not touch me. Ah, a riddle. I like riddles. Let's answer this little riddle once and for all, shall we? That's a better scene. Fools, how am I supposed to invoke the dead with all that screaming in there? Layman? Can't say I didn't warn him. That's better. God. So much better. Does this one get turkey? This one also gets roast chicken, turkey. Looks like turkey. Single black feather. Roast swan. Oh. That makes sense. I see Cobb as being lax in his duties. No matter, you're just in time to witness the dawn of a new era. I don't know why I didn't see Swan. You don't know what you're doing, Mandible. The pattern is worn enough already. If you rip a hole in it now... Spare me your weaver mysticism. It's going to need 2 stitches to repair. No more shall the dead... Something, something. You must have opened it, including the eyes of the dead. Behold! I have a very bad feeling about this. Yep. Who dares disturb the peace of those who sleep? Greetings, noble spirit. I am Mandible, the apostle of the anti-secular conclave of the clerics, who I have the honour of summoning. I am Chaos. Yeah! Oh! He really goes there, doesn't he? It has been too long since my last visit. Okay, let's pick that bad boy up. Can't seem to hold on to this thing. In we go. Our little friend's disappeared. Out we go. Was it? Different spelling? Yipes! And over we go. Awesome. Different scenes. Sorry, same scene. Slightly different backgrounds. But essentially the same passage. Let's save our whole pass over here as well. Voice said chaos. It might have been a typo. It might have been intentional. I mean, Kos, not sure how you intend to pronounce it, so pass. I mean, Kos, otherwise known as Chad. It is now 20 past 10. We've been going for 2 hours and a mild bit of change. It would be a reasonable time to wrap up for tonight. I think. Yeah. If people are happy with that. People want to carry on with this next week, same time next week? I'm super keen to click on that. No, don't do it, Kian. Otherwise we'll be here for the next 2 hours. And I need to sleep. And I need to run in the morning. So, yeah, that's where we're up to. We have so far today... Where did we start off with? Let's do a quick recap, because that's useful. We started off with the shepherds. We dealt with the dragon. We unspiraled the... We ended up down at the forge. We dealt with the forge. We've dealt with Cobb and Mandible. Mandible's very dead now. And now we appear to be in some kind of cosmic hallway that links different spaces. And I've got a feeling... Let's pop back in for a minute. That if we... Can we visit the different spaces? Yes, we can. And there are dead people. Master Goodmold, you're hurt. Turned some sheep green, killed many people, set fire to a dragon's treasure. Not that much left. An hour or 2 hours? One. Oh. Refresh the glass and go for it. Unless and now we do everything twice. There is that. Okay, right. Give me 2 seconds whilst I go and refresh the glass. There's still ice in there, and then let's go for it. Oh. Okie dokes. Cat's got a film to finish. We can carry on from here. Right, let's go back to the start of the corridor then. And let's explore left to right. We'll focus on the EGA first. Oh. Hey, if we finish this off tonight, we're going to need a new game for next week. And this was a convoluted setup to put together. So that's where we came in. Let's go to our first location. Oh, there's our friend. Oh, well, look who's here. Rusty? My old pal, Bobbin Threadbare. Rusty, this is awful. How did it happen? Well, Bobbin, old buddy, I think it went something like this. I'm lying here, minding my own business, when a strange new kid shows up and decides he wants to switch clothes with me. Hey, so what? We can have a little fun, right? We can always switch back later. Kid walks away, looks just like me. Fine, one problem. He has a 40-foot dragon out to get him. And what happens when that same dragon sees me lying here looking just like you? That expression. I don't know what to say. I end up like this, deaded. So I go outside to wait for doomsday like a good little ghost. And what do you suppose? Oh boy. Gulp. Some idiot rips the universe apart and hauls us all back inside. A lot of dead ones are really upset. Yeah, it's understandable. Some of them have decided to take over the world. Starting with my hometown. Okay. Well, he's got bones. Torn to pieces. Ugh. I'm guessing Aka's not going to help. Aka is going to help. You did it. You brought me back. That's what you want, isn't it? You can bring people back? From the dead? You were hurt. I healed you, that's all. I guess I ought to thank you. Don't. It's all my fault anyway. Can you come with me, Bobbin? I've got to find out what happened to the rest of my guild. I have to do the same thing. Good luck, though, and be careful. You too. Good luck, my friend. Hurt. He was a freaking skeleton. I mean, there was no flesh on him. Can we walk down like we could before? It's pretty insistent the answer's no. Okay, back in we go. See what happens in number 2. Yeah. No, not the sheep! We're just going to heal everything. Please, what happened? We were overrun. We were saved by the mercy of yonder boy. His power has grown since we last met. Shepherds have long memories, wizard. I shall not forget your kindness. Come before the dead ones return to reap us again. Okay. I was expecting a higher level of complexity at this point. Anyone want to put out that fire? I have no way of putting out that fire. Fire is not my problem. It'll keep the dragon away. Yeah, dragon that doesn't like fire. Okay, let's try the third one. Hole. Why can't I go in the hole? Hole. Hole. Master Goodmold, you're hurt. Ah, Weaver Boy, returned? You have escaped the attention of the dead ones. Crystal Guard, not so fortunate. I don't understand. You're the keepers of the Great Scythe. Why didn't you use it? We never doubted that the Scythe could save us. Even the dead would have fallen in the wake of its wrath. But to unleash such merciless evil would make us as cowardly as they. Oh. We wished not to become like our enemy, and so we stayed our hand. We knew the price. Can I do anything? Remember us, my young friend. Tell the world we fought with courage and chose death with clarity. Above all else, clarity. Okay. So I can't do anything for them. But they stole the scythe. We've been expecting you, Bobbin. Welcome. Where am I? What is this place? Outside the pattern, home of the dead and of those transcended. The shore of wonder, because he wasn't a Jedi. Yes, Bobbin, and you were the first to behold it with mortal eyes. You must have many questions, Bobbin. Perhaps I can answer some of them. Swan came to visit on my birthdays. You saw me clearly then. I was never quite sure. The elders forbade me to set foot on Loom Island, but they said nothing about flying over the top. Once here I managed to gain enough strength to pass inside for a few brief moments. Those are the times you saw me. You are wondering why I should bother to visit you and only you on your birthdays. Call it a mother's curiosity, for that is who I am. In life I was Lady Insignia Threadbare, banished by the elders for drawing an unforeseen infant on Loom. I missed you, my son. Liar. My mother is buried in the cemetery. I visit her gravestone every day. Hetchel's doing, no doubt. She and the elders put that there so you wouldn't ask too many questions. Hetchel vowed to protect you forever. She loves you very much, Bobbin. But I fear her love has driven her to recklessness. What do you mean? Where is she? She has set off for the island and for the Loom Sanctuary. The dead ones are right behind her. Their leader knows of the Loom's power. If he learns its secrets, the pattern itself will be his to manipulate. Hetchel hopes to reach the Loom before him. She intends to destroy it. If chaos doesn't consume her first, it was a typo. No, I have to get back there. You won't get far in that direction. The Loom lies beyond the lake. Besides, a more subtle strategy may improve your chances of success. What strategy? What should I do? The dead ones move between the holes your bishop friend made in the pattern. If you repair those holes, it will make it harder for them to follow you. Okay, so repair the holes. No music at this point. There's not always music. I'd have thought Swan Lake was playing at Swan Lake, but not on the EGA. If it was playing, we'd have been playing. But the MT-32 to the right of me has got no bits flying up, so... Yeah, let's see if I can deal with closing. Okay, so DECE. Gonna have to finish this one off first. Has he made his noise? Yep, cool. So DECE. Cool. Next one. I mean, yeah, I would definitely expect Swan Lake to be playing at the Swan Lake, but nope. If I go here... Takes his time to fly, doesn't he? Oh. We gain a B. Now I can go after Hetchel. But we don't have a C. No, Swan Lake. Swan's at Swan Lake. So it's beyond the Swan Lake. It's there. Will that just take me back through? Yeah. Okay. Lightning. Let's do a save here. Hetchel and Clank. Okay, let's switch over to the VGA. So, we know the formula now. Go to the start. Help where we can. Try and do some good. Oh. Is that wood? No, don't focus on the wood.
Rusty? Is that you? You don't look at all well.
I'm not well. Actually, I'm dead.
I don't
Amazing.
know what to say.
Skills of
You don't
observation.
have to say a thing. What do I matter? I'm just another one of the dead.
Oh, Rusty, I feel terrible. I
And
didn't know.
that's not even the end of it. I go outside to wait for doomsday, like a good little ghost seed. But no sooner do I get settled again, but some stupid idiot shreds the universe apart and hauls us all back inside. There are a lot of very unhappy dead wandering around here, let me tell you.
Unhappy
I
dead.
know. I was there when it happened.
I might have known this was all your fault.
No, it wasn't me. The bishop managed this one all on his own.
Yeah? Well, there's going to be hell to pay, literally. There's talk among the dead that they're going to take over the world, starting with the Forge. My home. Where we used to build strong things, good things.
You also built a lot of weapons. Okay. Let's get him back to life.
You did it. You brought me back.
It is what you wanted, isn't it?
Believe me, being alive is a lot more fun than being dead. But how did you do it?
Well, healing your body was easy. You're alive because the pattern is torn and your soul was free to return to this side.
Well, I must go, Bobbin. I've got to know what happened to the rest of my guild.
The
And
dead.
I must do the
It's easy.
same. Good luck, Rusty. And be careful.
Good fortune to you too, my friend.
There's a small refrain. Yep. Yeah. Arms dealers complaining about being killed by their own weapons. Okay, let's close that one. DECE. Now we can go close the first one as well. Okay. Right, next one. Oh, only 2 shepherds here. Bit different.
You are too late, wizard. The dead have increased their numbers here. Those not dead are suffering, and my songs were again useless. All that's left for us is to put an end to their misery. Come, and extend your help, if you can.
I mean, I can?
I never even had a chance.
Fleece, what became of us? I was just walking among legions of dead.
You were saved by the mercy of yonder boy. We have not had the chance to thank you properly, wizard. But our memories are long, and we will not forget you soon. Hail and farewell. Come along now, before the dead ones return to the harvest.
Okay, right, well, fair enough. Back we go. Close that one. DECE. Zip. And then this one that we can't do much with. We bear witness to it. Can I?
Master Goodmold.
Ah, the Weaver boy. At least you've escaped the terror of the Dead Ones.
It appears the Crystal Guard has not been so fortunate. But I don't understand. Why did you not use the Great Scythe?
We never doubted the scythe could save us. No, never, no indeed. Even chaos must fall under its blade. But we could not do it. To unleash such merciless evil would show us to be no better than our enemies. The entire world would have feared us when it was done. And to have become so much like our enemy was unthinkable. Just unthinkable.
And so you didn't use it?
We knew the price. The best we could hope for was to defend it bravely. But we are not warriors.
You mean Chaos stole the scythe?
We did what we could, but it was not enough.
More death!
Remember us, my young friend. Tell the word. But we fought with courage and chose death with clarity. Above all else, clarity.
They're quite single-purposed, aren't they? Time for the Jedi trick, and he's off. Okay. No blood here. Quite a different tone to his death, though. I quite liked his death this time. That was good. Better focus. One of the few VGA scenes that felt better than the EGA scene. There's our B.
Welcome, Bobbin. You have joined us here at last.
Where am I?
You are outside the pattern, the home of the dead, and of those transcended.
The Shore of Wonder?
Yes, Bobbin, the
Again,
Shore of Wonder.
no Swan Lake
and
at the Swan
you are
Lake.
first to behold it with mortal eye.
Oh, that was clipped.
Your journey has been long, and you must have many
now
questions.
We have some Swan Lake.
You're the swan that appeared each year on my birthday, aren't you?
You saw me clearly then. I was never sure, but those visits meant so much. My only chance to watch you grow. You see, the elders forbade me to set foot on Loom Island just after you were born.
I thought you came to visit me, but I never quite believed it.
Call it a mother's curiosity. For indeed, Loom child, that is who I am.
My mother is a swan?
Indeed. In mortal life, however, I was Lady Signa Threadbare, banished by the elders 17 long years ago for drawing an unforeseen infant out of the loom. How I've longed to know you, and you to know me, my son.
Liar. That's just not true. My mother is buried in the Weaver's graveyard.
Dear Hetchel. She and the elders put that stone there so you wouldn't ask too many questions.
Different tone about
Hetchel
Hetchel.
vowed to protect you forever, Bobbin. She is my dearest friend, and she loves you very much. But I fear her love has driven her to recklessness.
What do you mean? Where is she?
She flew off to Loom Island to confront the Dead Ones.
The Dead Ones are after her?
It's not Hetchel they're after, my son. They want the Loom itself. If Chaos masters its secrets, the pattern will be hers to control. Hetchel plans to destroy the Loom if Chaos doesn't consume her first.
No, I've got to go back there, now!
You won't get far in that direction. The Loom lies beyond the lake. No, you must try a more subtle strategy.
Oh. What do you propose?
The dead ones move between the holes your bishop friend rent in the pattern.
Yeah, we've done this. Whoop. Is it not
Her eyes. They're just like mine.
I think the game's gone, oh, you did it already. Okay. Let's go play catch up. There's the forge. Yeah. Oh, you saved. And that... Are you okay? Oh. Okay. That's our EGA and VGA sat side by side on our final scene. Let's walk our EGI forwards. Straight into the loom. Let's walk our VGA guy forwards. Back to the loom. We haven't got the high C. Graph won't work on the loom. Okay, that doesn't work. If I'm a loom child, yeah. Ah, there we go. Uh-oh! Get your distaff ready. Mother Hetchel. There's not a moment to lose. You must unmake the loom. Now, Bobby, before the dead ones. It is just as well, young weaver. Birds and children have no business wielding such power. That all of the weavers had fled. I see they were mistaken. Destiny has been kind, my young friend. You will live to pass on your guild secrets. In return, you will be allowed to serve my new Empire's advisor. Naturally, I expect anything less will risk harm to our relationship. Hedgel, what's the matter? Say something. What did you do to her? Do not approach too closely, Weaver. I lose patience easily in the proximity of inferior beings. You will now instruct me in the use of this fascinating instrument. Over my dead body. Preference noted. EFFC. We've not met that before. I've had worse bosses. Your Weaver magic cannot trouble me. There we go. I can talk again. Mm-hmm. B, F, B, F. Yeah. Cooked Swan. So that previous one was silence. Don't think that's extinguished. That's warm. I mean, it's well and truly cooked. Let's have a quick read. FB, FB. B, A, B. It's reversible and make, unmake. What if we tried Hetchel's feather? It's still there. We shall keep it as a souvenir of our encounter. What if we FAAF? No, your Weaver magic cannot trouble me. Okay. This seems like a bad idea. Bobbin, you did it! The loot is unmade, beyond evil's reach! Ignorant fools, what have you done? None of us can pass across this rift while Weaver mischief, blah blah blah. Your pious meddling has foiled my dream. An eternal empire bound together under one rule. Mine! The dead one is correct, my son. Your final draft tore the pattern in half. This is a sad fate indeed for the instant trapped on the other side. It is a chance for we on this side to begin a second pattern, cleansed of wickedness. It is time for us to weave our destinies anew. This does not feel like a good outcome. Aha! Nope! No! Nope, that was not the plan. Guess I'm ready to go. Fly away while you can, Weaver boy. One day we will meet again. Oh, it is a Mark Ferrari, isn't it? Yep. Of course it's a Mark Ferrari. Okay. Okay. The end. That was a nicely ambiguous ending. You know, that moment where you're going, did I screw up? Quick Google, quick check. I did not screw up. The ending. It's the end. Let's do it again. It's that moment of going, wait, hang on. So we leave the world torn asunder in chaos? Yes, we do. Just tore the universe in half, but other than that, it's fine. Yep. Ignore that last name. Okay. Special thanks to George Lucas. Yeah. Not quite the outcome I was hoping for. But you're okay, which is what really matters in all this. The universe is torn in half, the Weavers have gone off to, you know, look after themselves for a bit, the rest of the universe is in chaos, but you're okay. That's not the classic heroic ending you usually get at the end of one of these. It's definitely slightly ambiguous, but quite, yeah, okay. Right. The end. Wow, that was an ending. That utterly threw me. Like, a universe where you rebuild the universe from scratch would be quite interesting. And you have a whole bunch of drafts to do it from. Love that idea. When you've committed 2 apocalypses in a single day, at least no one can say it wasn't productive. It really was productive, yeah. Okay. VGA. Let's do this. I'm expecting a completely different written ending, let's be honest.
Mind yourself, Bobbin. Get your distaff ready. You must unmake the loom now, before chaos takes control.
What? How?
It's the VGA. I'm expecting less of an explanation.
Birds and children have no business wielding such power.
Weavers are the only ones who do have the right to use this power.
Destiny has blessed you, young threadbare. For you alone will live on to pass your guild secrets to others more worthy of them. I invite you to serve my new empire as advisor.
Me? You? Advisor?
Of course, I will expect your full cooperation in this historic exchange of goodwill. After all, anything else may bring harm to our relationship.
Don't listen to her, Bobbin. Heed me now. Here are the threads that will unmake the loom.
Silence.
Rachel, say something, please. I need that draft.
Enough! I lose patience in the presence of inferior beings. You will now instruct me in the use of this fascinating instrument.
Over my dead body.
Preference noted.
Okay.
A beak moves, but there's nothing, not a sound.
EGA.
No, that's not right.
FGAB.
Oh, thank goodness. Now, Bobbin, quickly. The threads you need are...
Ducks are meant to be eaten, not heard. Now, I believe we were discussing the secrets of the loom.
I need to choose my drafts more carefully. I need to choose my drafts.
I've not got that
carefully.
one. F.
Close your eyes now, Bobbin. But keep your ears open. Here descends the third shadow.
That bird has annoyed me once too often.
Lower than F. Hey!
Now, my esteemed advisor, where were we before we were so rudely distracted?
Hetchel's black feather. She left one behind.
And so she did. I think I shall keep it as a souvenir of our little encounter.
I want that feather. Give it to me.
My, impudent, aren't we?
Lower than F. Was down at C. There we go. And
Bobbin, you did it. The loom is unmade.
You ignorant fools! Do you comprehend what you have done? None of us can pass across this rift your weaver mischief has so blindly created. Your pious meddling has brought the end of my dream. You will hear for all eternity the cries of those you have abandoned, Bobbin Threadbare. You will always know that you have left them under my rule.
We abandon no one. When our side of the pattern is mended, we will return and put an end to your evil.
Come, Loom Child. It is time for us to begin our destinies anew.
there's our C. So there's nothing else for me to do on this side. I wonder...
It's no use, Bobbin. That side of the pattern is now beyond the reach of our threads.
Leaving
Fine.
so soon, Weaver? I was looking forward to spending more time with you.
Yeah, little damn, isn't it?
Fly away while you can, young Threadbare, and know that we will most assuredly meet again.
I am ready, Mother. Let's go.
So we sort of tear it our side and take it with us. Ah. Well, that makes some sense. So, if you go to the wiki, not Wikipedia page, but the Lucasfilm fandom wiki for this, Loom was set to be the first game in a trilogy. Aside from the cliffhanger ending, the game contained... Still makes more sense than Echo the Dolphin. Story about that, but for later. Aside from the cliffhanger ending, the game contains several other hints pointing towards a sequel. One of the scrying spheres the player can find shows a scene of a volcanic eruption, which does not occur in the game but can be caused by Trembler, one of the several unused spells listed in the Book of Patterns. The two sequels planned were titled Forge and The Fold, starring Bobbin's friends Rusty Nailbender and Fleece Firmflanks. These sequels would wrap up open plot threads and bring closure to the open ending of the original game, with Chaos eventually being defeated. However, Loom's original development team were now working on other projects, and as Lucasfilm Games was a small company at the time, no one else could be found to do it, and so they were cancelled. In a letter to the abandoned fan-made Loom sequel Chaos, Brian Moriarty detailed the following regarding his intended sequels. Loom was conceived as the first game of a fantasy trilogy. The second game, Forge, would follow the adventures of Rusty Nailbender as he tried to regain control of the Forge, which was hijacked by Chaos in the first game. Bobbin was going to appear every now and again as a swan to offer help and advice, kind of like Obi-Wan Kenobi in Empire. At the end of Forge, Rusty drives Chaos out of the Forge, but not before the gentle land of the Shepherds is conquered and nearly destroyed in a terrible battle. The third game, The Fold, follows the adventures of Fleece Firmflanks, who teams up with Rusty to resist the evil forces that are camping in the Shepherd's territory. Bobbin again offers occasional help and advice. At the climax of the game, Bobbin, Bobbin's mother, and Hetchel return to Earth along with the entire Guild of Weavers, and all of the other guilds joins for a final challenge to Chaos. Working together for the first time, their combined magic banishes Chaos back into the Void, and the healing of the world can begin. Rusty and Fleece get married, and Bobbin becomes the head of the Guild of Weavers. Loom sold well, sold more than 500,000 copies. The recent sequels weren't made, it decided to work on other things, and nobody else wanted to do them. So, yeah. Okay. That sounds great. Yeah, that's an absolute shame. That's our two ending screens for Loom. So, Loom's ending makes a hell of a lot of sense if you put it into the context of, and we're getting 2 more games, by far. If you just consider it as a standalone thing, it's like, wait, what? Apparently there's a fan game called Chaos running around, so Loom sequel Chaos. Loom's Forgotten follow-up. I may go hunting that and see if I can find it.